my name is Tabitha, and for my mentoring project, I mentored a coworker I had. Her name was Brittany, and it was someone that I've been friends with, like kind of off and on friends with for a little bit from work, and I knew that we kind of had the same amount of problems in a way. Like, I knew we had problems about some of the same things, so I used her because she's also a psychology major. And the things that we talked about the most in our sessions throughout the months was she had a lot of stress with just life in general, but mostly something that we both had was the stress from work, from how insanely busy it is and everything. And she just talked about how like sometimes it would be just a little bit amount of stress, and sometimes from customers and everything it'd be like an insane amount of stress to where she felt like she couldn't handle it anymore and all that stuff. And we found out that something that we learned, that I at least learned in the book, was that she uses avoidant coping, which is just like she would try and distract herself with all the stress with just like, oh, I'm just gonna relax today, or I'm just gonna go do this instead of trying to think about work. And she was just trying to pretty much avoid the problem instead of trying to actually fix it at work and be like, okay, well, we'll do this and this from now on. And the easiest way for her to get rid of stress, she said, was her physical contact with her boyfriend. So she said that when she said that she had stress and I asked her what she tries to do in the first place, she said that every once in a while, like when she has like a lot of stress and she's just really frustrated, that she would try and go run. But she has a really close relationship with her fiance that just recently went into the military. So right before he went, she had a lot of her stress relates with just physical touch, just hugging and everything. And something else that we talked about a lot was her relationships with her family and her fiance, which was her boyfriend at the time when it first started. She kind of felt like when there'd be like any like conflict or anything with her family, like she doesn't like conflict head on, so she would just really like she would just not want to deal with that at all. And she was just a lot of relationships were to the point where she almost had broken up with her significant other because she just felt like the relationship wasn't going anywhere and she was just going to give up on him because she didn't really want to deal with it. So I had told her, like, that maybe it's not him that's doing everything wrong. Maybe it's not your family that's doing everything wrong. You actually need to talk to them about it instead of just, well, they just made me upset, so I'm going to ignore them. So she used this self-disclosure thing that we talked about in the book about relationship maintenance. And so she pretty much just shared everything that she felt that they were doing wrong to her, that her fiance was doing wrong to her, and just shared her feelings, and then actually listened to what they were saying when they shared their feelings, and actually got to talk everything through and get it figured out to where they know, hey, I don't like when you do this, it really frustrates me, I don't appreciate it. And then they would say, well, they don't like when she does this, and it just really worked out for them well. And she has a lot better relationship with her family, especially her sisters, a very better relationship that they actually talk about things, and she doesn't have as much stress, and she knows that she first needs to get just some type of physical touch that just relieves it and calms her down. Something I learned from this was that I have a lot of stress with work since me and her work together, and I also have a fiance, so it helps too if I can just go home to him and get a good hug, get a holding, just or anything, just little kisses here and there, like just sitting there and breathing with it all. It's really good on stress. And the relationship thing, talking to her about saying like, you just need to listen to their side of the story first, kind of helped me because I kind of thought about it. If I was telling her to do it, I had to do it too. So I actually tried that out on myself when I got in an argument with my mom, and just fully telling her to say, okay, look, you need to hear my side, not hear your side. It just helps a lot, and I feel like this project actually helped a lot because it helped my coworker, my friend, and actually even created a bond between me and her that she knows that she can always go with me, and it just helped a lot in general, and it helped me with my relationships and stress too.